everyone. This is Aradit and Umar's project presentation for the course Visual Learning and Recognition. We are working on generating lunar pit images based on that of Earth using certain image-to-image transition techniques. So, the Earth's moon has always been an entity of interest in the scientific research community, and there's lack of visual information that is impairing this research. And what we can do is use the representations of Earth's images to generate that of moons. So, given the plenty of satellite images of the moon's surface and a lot of images of the Earth's pit, we can perform style transfer in essence and transfer the distribution from one domain to another while preserving knowledge as well. So some of the challenges are: one, the style image data is insufficient and the internet has to be scraped. Two, we'll have to preserve photorealism because these are not artistic images. And three, we've used pre-trained networks which have been trained on common objects than Earth's pits or craters. And we've implemented two approaches. One is style transfer and the other one is wavelet color transform. So, given an white noise image, we pass it through a network and calculate the features at different layers. And we do the same for the style and the content image. And for the style image, we perform a correlation between the feature representations at different layers and take the error difference between mean square error difference between the style and the content and the white noise image at different layers and minimize that loss, as well as the mean square error in feature representation between that of content and the white noise image at a particular layer in the output called conf4. And this loss is jointly minimized, the gradients are updated, and the image is updated until convergence is achieved. These are some of the preliminary results that we obtained. And we've also experimented with the VGG 16, VGG 19, and with batch normalization for these networks as well. And as opposed to the paper's proposed method of taking the output for the content feature representation at just the conf4 layer, we've experimented by taking the outputs at all four layers, essentially because we wanted to force the network to learn feature representations at every level and not just the final output feature representation. So these are some of the training plots that we observed for VGG network without batch normalization. And as you can see, the error is pretty high, though convergence is achieved pretty quickly. And for batch normalization, the error is significantly reduced and convergence is also achieved faster. These are some of the results for VGG 16 and VGG 19, and they're not very visually appealing. And this can also be related to the fact that the loss was pretty high and training for more iterations wouldn't have been much effective either. So for VGG with patch norm provides more visually appealing results as can be seen, and VGG 19 usually performs better than that of VGG 16, and also taking the output at all layers as opposed to the final conf4 layer gives better results than than just the conf4 layer. Moving on.
So as we've seen in all our previous tests, one major drawback is that the texture from the style image is transferred entirely onto the content image. Here we see another couple of examples to emphasize on the fact that the photorealism of images is mostly not preserved because of this phenomena. In fact, as we perform more iterations, the output seems to become poorer. Now I'll go through a different method which has been used for style transfer. So in the previous method, which was the original approach, we used CNN feature maps of the content and style images and solved the problem as an optimization problem. As opposed to that, a more recent approach uses an encoder-decoder architecture to obtain features from an input image and then reconstructs the transferred image. In this approach, an autoencoder is trained for general image reconstruction. That is, the decoder is trained to invert the encoder features to output the original image. The process here is as follows. Given a pair of content and style images, we first extract their vectorized feature maps FC and FS respectively. Both the vectors are adjusted by subtracting their respective means. The feature vector FC is then transformed to FC hat such that the feature maps are uncorrelated. This is referred to as the whitening transform. The vectorized feature map is transformed as shown, where DC is a diagonal matrix of eigenvalues and EC is an orthogonal matrix of eigenvectors. Similarly, DS and ES corresponding to the vectorized style feature map are obtained. Using these, an inverse operation referred to as the coloring transform is applied to FC hat, which results in FCS hat. After this, we may blend FCS hat with the content features FC before passing it to the decoder to control the stylization. Additionally, in this implementation, the pooling operation is replaced by specific kernel pooling, which causes the pooling output to have 4 channels or 4 kernels. Unpooling is performed by transpose convolution and summation across the channels. The results of these implementation are as shown. Additionally, we were able to add segmentation maps to improve the results of style transfer. These maps were generated separately and were used later during the transfer. Here are the results of transferring style between individual segments. So in conclusion, we tested 2 different methods of style transfer and experimented with them. Solving the problem as an optimization problem is time consuming and the results may not improve even after increasing the number of iterations. We felt that very few metrics are available to quantitatively analyze results in this domain. Finally, we saw that use of segmentation maps improves the transfer results and most of the recent approaches use them. Thank you.